Hey, what's up, guys? Trying to make sure that everything is okay with my mic. For some reason, I don't hear any sound. You know how I be having these problems. I did do a mic check, but for some reason, it's trying to act up right now. But, guys, if you can hear me, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Welcome to my podcast. As you can see right here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about love and marriage in Huntsville and some things that, like I said, had caught my attention. So let me make sure that everything is okay with my life before I continue with this right here. So, guys, bear with me. I did go ahead and check. So let me see if everything is okay. When it comes to my audio, for some reason, I don't hear anything. I don't know what's going on. So let me see if everything is. I don't know why I don't hear anything. So let me make sure that I get my audio together and then I can go ahead and start my live. So, guys, let me know, can you hear me real good? Because for some reason I'm having problems with my live with this audio as usual. For some reason I don't hear anything. Maybe. Let me see. Sorry about that. If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up, please. Because for some reason I'm having audio. I don't hear myself. Guys, bear with me. This is what it is when it comes live. So if you can hear me, guys, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, please. Okay, guys, I am back. I had to make sure that my live is working. For some reason, always having problems with that. So just bear with me with that. As you can see right here, I guess I'll go ahead and edit that part out right there. But for some reason, I always have problems with my live. I don't know why. But again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. I want to make sure that everything is clear because I don't want to go ahead and do this all over again. But so far, I can hear myself. I don't know why I can't hear it on my notepad, but that's all good. At least I can hear it right there. So, guys, again, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. We're gonna go ahead back at it with love and marriage in Huntsville, which this right here might be my last season to go ahead and do commentary on it, unless something really go ahead and pop out. But as you can see by the title, I hope, guys, this is the right one. Let me see if you guys can hear me, because for some reason I don't hear no audio on this one right here. But ain't nobody mad but the devil. So this one right here. All right. Okay, because guys, if you coming on and you can hear me real good, give me a thumbs up because I don't see my mod. She's not here today. So if you can hear me, guys, give me a thumbs up. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all this part right here out. But we're gonna talk about love and marriage in Huntsville, crossing boundaries, and what defines the strength of a real woman. So I have a few questions. I want to go ahead and talk about some things that I saw. I went ahead and I wrote down when it comes to all this stuff that's going on. And like I say, this is not to throw stones at anyone because we all been through it. We all been through it, and no one have room to throw stones on anyone. But like I say, the difference is when you air out your business, you are free game. That's exactly how I look at it. And when it comes to all the stuff that's we seen, we all can pick some stuff out of it. And that's exactly what I want to go ahead and talk about it, guys. Feel free. Make sure you comment however you feel led. And let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and chop it up, guys. So bear with me because like I said, I was having problems with my audio, but for some reason, okay, I see everything is clear. I'm gonna go ahead and edit all that part right there out. But yes, guys, we're gonna talk about all the stuff that is going on, especially when it comes to Melanie. Now, I'm not picking with Melanie. Might sounds like I am, but like I said, when you out there, and you doing the most, what we gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. So the question that I have, when it comes to, love and marriage in Huntsville, when it comes to crossing boundaries and what defines the strength of a real woman. So I'm trying to see if, I can get someone to come on and we can go ahead and chop it up. One of my girls said she was coming on, so I'm gonna just see if she gonna come on. I just go ahead and drop the link so when she's get here, she can come on. So let me drop the link and we're gonna go ahead and we going to talk about it. So I'm gonna drop the link in case somebody want to come on and we can talk. Like I say, if anybody want to come on and talk about it, you're welcome to. Long as you're respectful, keep it on this subject right here because like I said, at the end of the day, we don't know these people from a can of paint. This is a reality show. All this right here, to me, I don't know about to you, but it's for entertainment purpose only. Okay. So, like I said, it's a lot of stuff when it came to the scene that I saw. I think it was episode 18. It was this week when it came to all the stuff that was going on with the Scots and Melody. I'm gonna just say it like that because they haven't showed what's going to happen next week when Martell is going to go ahead and get involved with it. But the question that I have, do you guys think, Melody, she's crossing boundaries? Because if Letitia is not your friend and she didn't ask for all that information, then why is Melody, why she feel the need to go ahead and volunteer to try to sabotage her marriage? Because pretty much that's exactly what it is. Because if you trying to tell someone that you don't like to go ahead and leave your husband, then to me that's crossing boundaries because you're not a friend. You're not a friend that's going to do that. And we already know all the stuff that had happened when it came to Letitia and Melanie, all the way from season 6. These people, they've been they've been at it since the beginning, talking about Marcel going out there and he's cheating. But like I said there and say, if Letitia love it, then who are we to sit there and you know, try to sabotage it, especially when you know how it feels of all the stuff that had happened, when it came to Melody and Martell. So that's what I want to go ahead and talk about, guys. Um, you know, like I said, just we just chopping it up, making it make sense because to me, that's crossing the boundaries. That's just like with anybody. I don't care if it's your family, your friends. You don't interfere in someone else's marriage. That's off limits. And I'm not saying, oh, let this person just continue walking around blindly. But if nothing is lacking in her home and her husband treat her and her kids, treat them like, queens, and just respect that home, then why do you feel the need to go and throw a wrench in it? That's all I'm saying. And I have a few questions. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody on. One of the friends said she was coming on, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just continue. But are those, to me, when is enough is enough? When will Melody, at least, say love whatever Tisha love, I love it to death, or Melody say, okay, I'm gonna get on with my life. I got so much stuff that's going on in my life where I don't have time to go ahead and try to, interfere in someone else's relationship, especially when I'm trying to get my peace, especially when I know how it feels going through a nasty divorce, and not only how I feel, how the kids feel as well. Okay, guys, I see that my guest is coming on. Hi, beautiful. How are you doing?
All right. How are you,
Yeah,
lady? Miss Lady
doing
D?
doing great. I started off kind of rough, man. For some reason, I've been having problems with the mic. I did a mic check, and soon the minute I came on, then I didn't have no audio. I say, but nobody mad but the devil, because I'm going to make sure I get this together. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so glad it worked out. I be having trouble with my mic too, cause I got a bootleg phone right now. I gotta put my
Hmm.
real phone in the top because the screen is broke. But I was so happy that the mic is working. So that is good. Yes, ain't nobody but the devil mad. Okay, he ain't
Yeah,
about
he
to
get no
stop
glory
us.
over here. Yes. So, do you have your own
uh,
channel?
nah. Yes, I do. I do. But right now, I haven't been on it in months because everything's
Okay.
connected to my phone that's broke. So,
Okay, because if you want to leave your
yeah.
link, you can go ahead and leave your link, and I want to make sure that subscribe to your channel so we can go ahead and talk about it, because this right here, girl, this is a lot. What you think about all this right here?
I think it's pretty much the same that's been going on since the first season. And I'm over it.
Absolutely.
I'm over Melanie coming for their marriage. Because my thing is, if you had an issue with he said about business, why are you bringing up his marriage?
Absolutely.
And then there was no reason or need to bring up what Letitia should or need to be doing. And then it's this whole falsehood that you got this strength that Letitia don't have. How do you know Letitia is a very strong woman to deal with all the mess that you and your co has been putting her through at the end of the day, if you ask me.
To me, I look at it as jealousy. Can you hear me
Oh,
real good?
absolutely. Yes, I
You
can.
can hear
Can
me
you
real
hear
good because
me? I might have,
it was some
yep.
type of interference. It's a feedback.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, my stupid phone. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see if I can
Okay.
fix that. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I might have to. Okay. Come on. Let me out here.
Let me say so. Okay, I don't hear it
Ooh.
now. I don't hear it now. Wait, I did hear something.
Okay. Uh, okay. Is it better now?
I can hear you. I'm trying to see if I can hear a no, it's still a feedback.
Okay.
It's still
Okay.
a feedback.
Oh no. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying about operating off the device I have. It's a pain in the butt. Hold on 1 second. Let me see
Okay.
if I can get this together.
So, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D,
I'm
unapologetic
telling you.
and unbiased. And I got my friend. We trying to see if we can go ahead and chop it up. Beautiful butterfly. At first, I was having my problems.
Mm,
Now you are.
I'm trying to get
But
this
like I said,
sound
we
together
gonna
for
get this.
y'all.
We gonna get this together. Trust me.
Okay. Yes, because I think it's content, and it's just I
Hmm.
think it's totally unfair, and I'm just over it. I'm over them ganging up on her,
Yeah.
it's just too much.
Okay, guys, bear
Having
with
for
us.
their
We
own,
just trying to make sure that we
like
get the
that was
audio together.
ridiculous.
Remember, this is alive.
Hold on, let
Okay,
me see if I can get.
this is alive. So you have problems. So I want to go ahead and get it together. You think that if you come in and come back out, it might work, or is something else that you know about?
Uh-oh. Oh my God.
So what it is? What are you having with your mic problems? What is doing?
Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I don't have like I'm trying to make sure all the windows might be closed. All the
Okay.
make sure all the windows are closed. Any extra yeah, windows are here we go again.
Mhm.
I hate this. Oh my goodness.
So you want to just come back in and come back out
Okay.
and see it might work like that?
Okay. Let me see. Hold on, let me try one more thing and then
Okay.
see if I can get rid of this.
So guys, bear with me.
All right.
Bear with me because we got time today. Trust me.
Okay. Is it better now?
I was sitting here hearing a
Or is
feedback.
it
Let me
still
see.
feedback?
Wait, let me see feedback. Yeah, it's still a feedback.
Okay, I'm gonna come down and come back up. I'll try this
Okay,
again.
sounds great. Okay, guys, I'm just waiting for Beautiful Butterfly to come back in. And like I said, guys, this is a reality show to me. This is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you free game. And we're going to go and try to chop it down. If you have any comments, you feel free, long as you keep it, on what we are talking about and not take it personally. But yeah, I want to go ahead and talk about all this stuff right here, because we all can take a piece out of all this stuff that is going on. And to me, it's like the line has drawn, because we watching all this stuff, and I don't know if they consider this right here, as entertainment, if this is script. But if it's script, guys, they could have left that on the cutting room floor. Okay, let me see a beautiful. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm back. Is it
Okay,
better?
okay. Yes, it's really bad. Yes, it is. All right, we back on the road.
Okay.
Yes.
We right. Thankfully. Oh
Y-
my goodness.
yes, yes. So come on, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. What do you think about all this stuff? When it comes to Mel, first of all, it looked like Mel was on every scene, and the thing about it is her entire conversation was about Letitia. What do you think that,
Right.
what's going on with Letitia where Mel feel like she got to make her storyline, What's going on with that?
Well, because she don't have a storyline. Everybody's over her and Martell's drama. Martell's drama. Everybody's tired of it. People are sick of that. And it is funny how she's in every scene now after the second half. And I honestly feel like I don't know what happened, but she somehow made Carlos feel bad for her because let's not forget she sabotaged his suit deal, or she tried to sabotage his suit deal. I believe the guy is still going to work with Martell, but he can't publicize it like he was going to because If you notice, right after she sabotages his collaboration, all of a sudden she got a clothing collaboration.
I know,
You know what I'm
that's the part
saying?
I didn't
And
understand.
right, it's all sabotage. She been sabotaging that man. She been sabotaging the Scots. I know. I was saying how this weekend they try to ruin the functions they have for their homecoming
Mhm.
at their black establishment. These
So,
people called the
you
city
talking
on
about the
them, called the
millimeters? The
police.
millimeters did that?
Yes,
Wow. So what had
yes, tried
happened?
to ruin these people. Well, I guess the police did come down there, but you know they got it situated. They only had to end up canceling one event out of the three events they was throwing. So I'm happy, you know, I feel bad that that happened, but I'm happy they got it situated and the rest of the events went off without a hitch. I just think it's ridiculous. These people always talk about God, 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 God. And I don't see how you believe in God when you're sitting up out here trying to force revenge. Like at the end of the day, these people have been divorced for what, 3 years now? When are y'all gonna get over it? And that's what
That's
I
what I
mean
wanna
by
know.
Melanie's the company she keep. At the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. And Tisha calling her evil soul, that stung her so bad because she cannot let that go, and neither can her cult. They always bringing it
Mhm.
up. Oh, but Melanie got an evil soul. She do got an evil soul. And look at the company she keep. All y'all do all day long is sit around thinking of ways to try to destroy these people' business and hurt their business. And Mel is such a manipulative liar. I done caught her in two lies. I mean, I always catch her in a lie. Now, you people, when she was sitting down with Mel, she gonna say, "Oh, they got some type of fundraiser they trying to do on their platforms," and then I like, "Oh yeah, I can't look at it because I'm blocked." And then she's like, "Well, I blocked her, and then they blocked me." Well, how would you know she blocked you if you blocked her? And how would you know if they had a fundraiser on their platform if you blocked them? So that lets me know. And she's always bringing up social media, even when she was talking to them. Oh, well, listening to social media, he need to be worrying about his lawsuit. The part that they left out about the lawsuit is that it's a countersuit. It's a
Mhm.
Marcel sued the company that is now countersuing him. He won
Mhm.
his portion of the lawsuit. So now they're going into the countersuit that the company filed. So, you know, I just
Wow.
find it amazing how they leave all that information out. They want to paint him like he did something wrong or like he's a fraud, but they left out the whole part that Marcel sued the company first because they
Wow.
didn't pay them for the work that they did. The
Mm.
company countersued them, and that's the part of the lawsuit that they're dealing with now. But you know,
Wow.
it's a narrative that they want to paint, and it's her. She helps them, and I just find it ridiculous that she's always talking about social media and what's going on social media, and that's just a dead giveaway that she's the one leaking all this false information and negative stuff to the social media. Because why would you tell a woman to go look at social media to know if her man's cheating on her? You know, and then you're gonna
That's
sit up in Nell's face, and then her followers are so stupid, and they fall for it every single time. You gonna sit up in Nell's face and say you blocked. If you're blocked and they got you blocked, so I'm figuring she unblocked them and then found out that they had her blocked too. Because how would you block them and know that they have you blocked too if you didn't attempt to unblock them and found that they had
absolutely.
you blocked too?
Absolutely. And I want to know what, like I said, I'm fair. I'm team right. I just want to know what did Letitia do to Melanie to make Melanie, never let up? It's just like Melanie is constantly putting her foot on the Scott's neck. The only thing that I can think about, the reason why they are so upset is because Letitia have their business. But you have to realize that the business, Martell went ahead and sold it to them, gave it to them on a silver platter, just like Letitia said, it was in a red. And when she took it, she made it out of a multi-million-dollar business. So I only thing that I can think about Beautiful is that they are upset because the Scots took their business that was lemons and made lemonade out of it.
Well, and to be honest with you, I feel like you. I feel like she's jealous of Letitia all the way around. First of all,
Mhm.
Letitia is a beautiful dark skinned woman. That's why they always try to find something to nitpick at with her. Letitia got a master's, not a fake title, not an
Yes.
honorary degree. Letitia
Talk about
actually
that,
has a master.
doctor.
Melanie doesn't even have a master's. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
Yes.
and you don't hear Letitia running around throwing that in people's face. Melanie went out and got hired her excellent team. I will give her that. She hired her excellent team that's getting her all these collaborations and good looks. And like I said, she went back and made Carlos feel bad for her after she done made that girl come out with that revenge porn crap that's 4 years old. You know what I mean? That
Mhm.
never even happened. And so it's like, it's all about sabotage. She's a narcissist. At the end of the day, she's just a
Mhm.
narcissist. She has to be sent up attention because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and I really hope Letitia stay far away from her. Melanie's the type of person I would never want to help me because the minute she get mad at you or the minute she wants you to kiss her, she's gonna throw it in your face. Even like now
Yeah.
before with the flashback that they showed, that was from one event that Letitia went to with her. They made it seem like that was multiple events that Melanie took Letitia to.
Mhm.
No, that was the same event all in the same day that she introduced her to them three different people that they flashed back to. That was all in one
Yeah.
event. And if you haven't been keeping up with the show from season one, you would be fooled to thinking that that was multiple events when that was one event. So at the end of the
That's
day,
it.
she she just feels like I don't know what it is with her. She just want even if and my thing is, and this is why I don't like Nail. Nail's messy. And at the end of the day, and she's starting to pick on Tisha. If you don't like Tisha, why are you so offended that you wasn't invited to the expo? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm with Tisha. They wasn't coming from a positive. Their so-called constructive criticism wasn't coming from a positive place. And I hope at the reunion, Letitia bring the receipts from all the other vendors that was there that had a good time and that appreciated that Black Expo. Not these haters on the show. Because
Absolutely.
when after, yeah, because after that aired, Letitia shared a lot of the receipts from the other vendors that was there. That's not a part of the show that appreciated that expo and appreciated what Letitia did.
What they trying to do
And
is
that's
they
why I
trying to
feel
paint
like
what I think they trying to do is that they trying to paint a picture as the Scots as scammers just because everything that they
yeah,
doing, they winning. They are winning. So that's why I
right.
said, why did Melody come out and tell Marcel that, Letitia need to at least learn from her in so many words, of a strength of a Black woman. But how did she have the audacity to even say that? What makes her think that she's a strong woman when she stayed in that relationship knowing that half of her marriage she already had a mistress that was already in there getting the same thing that she was getting. So what makes her think that she was strong when she stayed in it
Right.
for how
And
many years?
and
13
honestly,
years.
I would right. She stayed in this 6 years after the fact that she found out this man was having an affair and had
Yes.
another baby. So
That's
at
the
the end of
part
the
that I don't
day, I don't
understand.
know which strength she's talking about. Is it sympathy and payola that she's getting from her cult with the miserable,
Mhm.
bitter, I'm a broken woman. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could think of. And I, like you said, I believe it's jealousy. Letitia is a beautiful dark skinned
It
woman.
got to be.
Whether Marcel's cheating on her or not, they have yet to figure that. They have yet to prove that that man's cheating on her. We are waiting.
But
I don't even know why
they
this is
gonna
still
go
a
to the
storyline.
they gonna go to the bottom of the hell to try to pull something out of the hat, trying to find something.
And
They tried so
and
many
people are tired of
times.
that. Yes, and people are tired of that storyline. We going on 6 years, and you sitting up here. You got mad at Letitia for her saying that you're trying to ruin her marriage, but then yeah, and still you still over here taking digs at her marriage. So if you're not trying to ruin her marriage, why do you keep bringing it up?
Now, want me to tell you
When
what I
Marcel
didn't
said
like?
about the T-shirt,
Want me to tell you what I didn't like, beautiful? I didn't like, what you want me to call you, beautiful or butterfly?
you call me butterfly. Yeah,
Okay, want me to tell you
I
what I
just
didn't
you
like?
know
I just didn't like when Marcel went to the luncheon with Melody, because you already know how Letitia had felt when they did it a couple of times, what that when they went out together, the two, I wouldn't trust Melanie and Marcel together. And it's not that Marcel would do anything. It's just that I wouldn't leave my husband along with Melanie because, like I say, those green-eyed monsters, they'll come up with all types of lies. So I would have went together. I would have went with my
Right,
husband, and we would have sit down and we would have talked to Melody. Because after all, Letitia was,
right,
at that dinner together when all this stuff had, transpired. So I would never
right.
leave those two together. Never do that,
I
Letitia.
wouldn't either.
Never.
And I'm pissed at Carlos King too because he gonna sit up there. Oh, I love when they shoot a scene together. First of all, you
No,
already know
no.
you're feeding into the narrative that her stupid cult is putting out there. Oh, you can tell he
Yes.
wanted to see her. First of all, how he wanted to see her when she's the one who wanted to meet with him? Make that
Yes.
make sense. At the
Yes.
end of the day, what does it matter if he's talking about your t-shirt business? If you're winning, the only thing you got to do, the way you shut him up, is just to keep winning. What do you got to confront him for? He can feel how he
That's
want to
it.
feel. What that got to
That's
do
it.
with you? What he
That's it.
don't make you poop, and what you poop, he don't make him poop. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you looking for trouble, and you want to feed your cult, and you want to feed this narrative that he wants you. But you know what I love? Ooh, let me tell you what I did love about that sit down when
Hmm.
he first got there. And she was like, "Oh, you want some coffee?" And he was like, "Yeah, no cream, no sugar." She was like, "Oh, no cream, no sugar." That took her all the way off guard. And if you can look, if reading between the lines, that was him off rip letting it be known. Oh no, sweetie, I like my dark and sweet and berry.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got that
That
one.
was
Yes.
letting him know that he loved his wife. And that's what, because he know what these people are on his blogs are doing because they've been nonstop harassing, stalking, trying to sabotage everything they're doing. So he know how her cult think. So that's why
Hmm.
I love when he said that. He's like, no cream, no sugar. And that you notice how that took her off guard, like, oh, no cream, no sugar. You know what I'm saying? Her head even jerked back, like, excuse me. Yes, honey. Yes, he loves his dark, beautiful wife, beautiful skin, hair down her back. Daughters are beautiful, hair down their back. And that's another thing I think she's jealous of. And another thing I find funny is her cult was running around for a couple of months talking about Tisha got a BBL, when all reality, Melanie's the one who got her body done. What I noticed about them, they always projecting onto Tisha things that are Melanie and that things that Melanie do. Melanie went and got breast and a booty. And
Hmm.
we're just not gonna play these stupid games. What she looked like from season one compared to what she looked like now, and you could tell that she got her body done. Her butt and her thighs don't match. That's a dead giveaway.
Hmm.
She got her butt
Hmm.
done, and she got her
Yeah,
breast
her
done.
thighs are,
Melanie didn't
I'm gonna
have
say
no tip.
allegedly, but it's small. You could tell, when someone got a butt lift. Now I don't know if she did or not, but her legs are small, really, really small compared to, her butt. You absolutely right.
Right. She absolutely got her body done. And you know what? I went back and I searched her social media because I'm like, I'm gonna post these pictures because they want to run around talk about. Mind you, Letitia didn't always had that butt. Letitia had the same body she had season one. So I find it real funny how Melanie's the one who got her body done, but they want to run around and say Letitia's the one who got her body done. And that's
Hmm.
how they're just very jealous of Letitia. And at this point, it's sad. It's really
And you
sad
could
to see,
see
and
it.
it's pathetic.
Yeah, you could
Yes.
see it all, it's all over her face. That's why I say, if they're gonna have a meeting, make sure Tisha be right there with her husband. No way in the world that could never happen again because you never let
Right.
your goods be spoken of because you don't know what's in Melanie's head because Melanie, she looking for something, some type of crack to say, oh, I told you so. I don't know why. Just like
She
Marcel said, why do you want to see me and my family split? Why do you want to see a broken home?
right.
I don't understand
And that
why.
that hurt her because that hurt her when he said that because that's the truth. Why you want to? Because your kids are in a broken home. You want my kids in a broken home. At the end of the day, you best friends with Nell. Her husband cheated on her.
Hmm.
I don't see you telling Nell to leave her husband, and he
And
cheated on her
you don't see
allegedly with an underage girl.
with who?
With an underage girl, allegedly.
Oh my God, and we're gonna say a legend. But why the fans, the millimeters, why they don't talk about that? Why just because
Right.
Martell went out and he went cheated, they act like Martell, it's no grace for him. They gonna continue putting their foot and try to
Right.
sabotage everything that this man have. But everybody else, they get a break. Look how they trying to mess up his businesses. If you mess up Martell businesses, then Melanie, she's gonna be messed up because that means she's gonna have to foot the bill of everything.
And I think that's
You
what
know?
she want because
Yes,
ultimately I
I think
think
so
Melanie's still
too.
in love with Martell.
Hmm.
She's still in love with Martell. She used this show to try to blackmail him into staying with her and stop messing with homegirl. She was at her wits end because it was going on 5 years and he was still sleeping with her. And she tried to use the show to manipulate him to be faithful to her, and it backfired in her face, and it didn't work. And she has been
Look,
bitter and has not been able to let go ever since. And I
Butterfly,
honestly, truthfully,
do you
mhm,
think, not to cut you off, but do you think that if the show wouldn't, if they wouldn't have never pitched the show, would Melody and Martell still be together with Ariane right there on the side?
absolutely, they would be. They definitely would be a polygamous relationship
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
basically what they was having. She knew that man was not. She knew that man did not stop messing with that girl. I found it funny. She went on the radio show, the Big Tigger radio show, and lied talking about she didn't know about the affair. You did too know about the affair. You knew about it
Mhm.
for 6 years before, and the only, like I said, the only reason you left is because of the show. Because even with that girl getting
Yep,
pregnant, that wasn't Ariana's first being pregnant.
yep.
Now let's just keep it a buck. That wasn't Ariana's first time being pregnant. She got rid of the other baby. She got rid of the first baby she was pregnant with.
Absolutely. And guys, like I say, you can't get mad because all this information is already out there. The thing about it, it came out the horse's mouth. They put their information out there. So you cannot say, oh, this is false information. Are we jealous? Are we hating? No, they put their information out. So if they air it out, it is free
Everybody
game.
said it's both. Can I ask you something, Lady D? Do you
Go
in your
ahead.
spare time in your spare time do you spend money to look up people's records and chase down their jobs and harass any business that you know that they're connected to? I need to know. Do you do that in your spare time?
Not at all. Not at all. And especially
Okay,
when you
so
want your peace, if you got a life, you don't have time to dig in nobody else's business unless you jealous or you trying to sabotage. I'm not going to
and you
look at
sabotage her
nobody
because
else's business when I got my own businesses. And just like Melanie said, Melanie got a clothes business. She got this hair, this all this other stuff. Her hands are full. So if you got all these businesses that you are juggling, why do you need to sit there and worry about somebody else? Come on, make it make sense.
it don't make not a bit of
So
sense. And that's my whole point. We
yes,
don't spend our time doing none of that crap. So the
no,
real
no.
haters are them. And that's why it's real funny how they use God, but they steady in mess and starting mess and stirring mess and trying to dig holes for other people, not knowing that the hole that they digging for somebody else, they better dig 10 times deeper for themselves because they're gonna fall a lot harder than they trying to make the Scots fall.
And
Because
they
at
and
the
they
end of the
absolutely
day, their
doing.
excuse
They
is
doing
they
it.
was all ganging up on her. They was all ganging up on her. They was not ganging up on her. They was dealing with her accordingly. She was the one running around having an attitude, taking it out on everybody else. So they dealt with her accordingly. Period.
Absolutely.
So what they
Absolutely.
supposed to sit up there and let her tear them down and attack them and not have nothing to say? She the one who ran on Twitter and said some accused some hairdresser chick of having an affair with Marcel. She went on Twitter and did
Wow.
that. She been using
Wow.
media since day one to
Yeah,
attack
because
them.
I made a video. You remember when they all was at some, I don't know if it was a meeting or a luncheon or whatever, and what's her name? Melanie was telling Tisha, "Oh, your husband is cheating on you." And Tisha was saying, "Where did you get this information? Tell me where you get this information from." And what did Melanie
Right.
say? Off of YouTube. Now you're going to destroy this lady's marriage because you got information off of YouTube. Right there,
And
I
that's
said
what
that
I
and said, I just can't. I can't.
you know what? And you know what I took from that? She's the one feeding YouTube all this false information.
Absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
why would you want this woman to go to blogs to strangers to figure out that her husband is cheating on her? If you sitting up there in that same city, same town, same state, living around this woman, so-called this woman's friend, so why would she need to go to YouTube? These are
Absolutely.
strangers. Why would she be looking to strangers to tell her that her husband's cheating on her? That didn't make no sense to me. And like all that said to me was Melanie's the one who been feeding these people all this information anyway. And YouTuber already came out and put Melanie on blast and said that Melanie's the one who gave them everybody's name, including Arion. See,
Wow.
they wanted to claim that Funky Dineva is the one that discovered Arion. No, it wasn't Funky Dineva. Melanie gave that girl's name to a YouTuber. She gave all of their information to a YouTuber to try to sabotage them and dog them from season one. And the
Wow.
YouTuber came out and the reason why
Wow.
the YouTuber came out is because she stopped messing with Melanie because she felt like Melanie was moving funny, which Melanie does move funny.
Mhm.
It's clear as day. Melanie
Wow.
Martell, there's not one thing that Martell said about Melanie that I have found not to be true. Melanie uses people, and the minute she can't use you no more, she disregards you. Martell said that about Melanie, and sure enough, she did it with Stormy. She did it with Destiny. She did it with Letitia and Kiki, and
Mhm.
she did it with Tiffany and Kiki and freaking what's her name?
Uh,
Nell better
I,
look out because she gonna do it to them too.
yeah, and another
And then you know
thing,
what I also find?
butterfly. You remember? I think it was this. It's going to come up. I don't know if it's going to come up next week. Why did she feel the need to tell the women that she never had an orgasm with? And I hated to come out and say that, but she did say it. With Martell. Why
Another
did she
bold
have
faced
the?
lie.
Why did she say that? And why now?
Another bold
If you
faced lie.
over, you over it. So why now? Oh
Cause
my
it's another
God.
bold-faced lie. It's another way try to put him down. It's another bold-faced lie. Cause at the end of the day, if you didn't get no orgasm, why the hell you stay with him for 6 years after you find out he cheated on you and had another
Thank
baby?
you.
If you wasn't
Thank
getting no
you.
orgasm, that don't make a bit of sense. And her cult's gonna eat it up like, ooh, she never got an orgasm. Da, 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 da. Then
But
that
yet
really
had
makes sense
got
to them. So you stay
but
with
yet
that man
have
for
how many?
6 years.
Four for sure that's living. We know she had, kids. So
And
you're
the
trying to
fourth
say
one came after 5 years of him cheating on you. You had that fifth baby after he cheated on you for 5 years. So you never had an orgasm? So you put yourself through all of this for a man that couldn't even make you orgasm? Is that what you trying to make
mm.
us believe?
So
That
that's
don't
why
make
I
a
say,
bit of
it
sense.
don't make sense. It doesn't, and Melanie,
Why
and like I
would
said,
they
guys, we're
a
not
liar?
beating on Melanie at all. You air it out. It's free game. It's the stuff that they put out. It's just the thing about it. You guys don't
I really
have
care less
Melanie
if
to take
you got
accountability of the things that she do. Melanie
right.
got to
I was
take
about to say, ladies, I
accountability.
could care less if they think we bashing on her. These people sit up all day, all night, having
Mhm,
panels of 10, 15 people to bash the Scots all day and all night. So I can care less if they think we bashing Melanie. I really could care less
mhm.
because they
And
do it.
and
And,
like
and that's the
it,
hypocrisy. That's what I don't like about them. It's so hot. They're so
yes.
hypocritical. They're hypocrites and they're contradictive. They want even earlier on Twitter, one of her supporters that's always in my comments. Oh, well, that's her past. Why you trying to? Because I brought up the fact that she stayed with that man for 6 years after he cheated on her and had another baby. Oh, well, that's her past, and she's moving on now. Oh, it's funny you say that. Only she's allowed to move on from the past. It's funny you said, and I told her you're very contradictory and hypocritical. The call is coming from inside the house because if she's allowed to have a past, so is Martell and so is Arion. They're allowed to move on too. And my thing is, if she's so happy and she done moved on, why are you people still attacking and antagonizing and and bothering these people?
That's what
Melanie's
I'm
so
saying.
happy, you wouldn't even say no people no dust because she
That's what
ain't
I'm
happy.
saying.
She ain't happy. She's a bit happy because she's still in love with Martell. She don't want nobody to have Martell. As much as she try to sit up here in front like she don't want him, she want him, and she don't want nobody else to get him.
That's
Period.
it. Because if I don't want someone, I'm not going to talk about that person. Every episode, come on, every season, you still fighting with someone you divorce? That does not make no
And that's why
sense.
she trying to use that's why she trying to use Marcel and Tisha for a storyline. Because
Yes,
like I said,
yes.
people are tired of her. So she know that. Because when she first came out with the so-called revenge porn, they was dragging her in the comment sections on the blogs. They was like, girl, we are tired of both of y'all. And why are you coming
Mhm,
online with this nonsense?
mhm. And the thing about it,
A
how
lot
they
of people
going
they
around
come
saying
the
that the
same.
Scots scamming, I think, like I said, and I'm gonna say allegedly, Melanie, from what we saw last week or this week episode, how she was all in these people' personal business and how she was talking about government and talking about how Letitia, she wants to be the face of the company 85% because, of the government contracts.
And when I knew everything
So
that
if
was going on,
all
but
that
I
stuff is coming
listen,
out,
but
it
at the end of
she
the
had to
day,
been feeding it. She had to been feeding all that to these people. What you
she did
said?
feed it all. She did feed all. She did feed it all to them, and she also that's what her and Martell did. That's why she know. That's why she claiming that's what the Scots did. Remember, I told you she does a lot of production. A lot of the things that she do, she puts off on them. Melanie know that because Melanie did that with Martell. She want to sit in people's face and act like she was better. She know it. She know it step by step because that's what her and Martell did. Point blank and the period.
Mhm.
That's why they both filed bankruptcy when they got divorced and dissolved their company. They both filed that
And
bankruptcy. Not just Martell. Melanie filed bankruptcy too and had a broke down vehicle that Destiny had to go pick her up and help her
and
with. Okay.
the
But
home
we
that she
talk
and
about that.
Martell, the home that she's living in, is it her home or she's renting it,
No. And that's
leasing it?
another lie. Oh, Melanie don't own that house. That house is owned by the Fletchers. Melanie is still renting. Very much so, still renting. She don't own that house. That's a property that the Fletchers owned or helped her get into because Chris is a real estate agent. Ain't no, they think everybody's stupid like them. They want to call the Scots a scammer. They the ones getting scammed.
Hmm.
That girl getting all their money from being a so-called broken, scorned ex-bitter wife. They giving her
So
all
we
their money.
Yeah, so we know that Tisha, she have a degree in MBA. What is Melanie's? What's her degree?
Her degree is in education.
It's in education. And Tisha, her degree
And
is MBA, right?
that's as far as that goes.
Thank
And
you.
that's as far as that goes. She
But
got
yet
a
they want to
regular
call
old
Letitia
degree.
slow. They want to call Letitia slow. Okay, all right.
Right.
Okay.
Now, my whole thing is to be strong, but what make you, like I said, what make you think Letitia ain't strong? Letitia got to be strong to deal with the way y'all been trying to tear down her marriage for the last 6 years. Letitia is
That's
strong
it.
in my eyes. I would have been came
Letitia
on
is
live
really
because every single last one out.
Letitia is really strong. And the thing about it, she don't have to prove it, not to these people, because they looking from the outside in. Letitia is making it happen.
Right,
Like I say, actions speak louder than words. Letitia don't have one company. They have at least four companies. And if she owned 85% of
right,
it, when Martell went ahead and handed over to them on a silver platter when it was a lemon, she took that one business and turned it into four. And what hurts them the most is because it's still named the Scots. And I know they see their name biggest day in that company. And the thing about it is that nothing is going to trickle down to their family. If everything is going to trickle down to the Scots family and their children. So that would make anybody jealous. That's why they're jealous. That's why they out to sabotage the Scots, because they see something that they all built together, but because they couldn't sit there and handle whatever was in their home, you know, and it end up
right,
now in the Scott's home. And that's why I always say on all my videos, you can build a house, you can furnish the house, but somebody else gonna be living in that house. That does not mean that you're gonna live in that house. And I'm not sitting there trying to knock Melanie down. Like I say, this to me is entertainment. This is a reality show, but you never win when you play dirty. Everything that they sit
period.
there and they throw at the Scots, it looked like the Scots start owning everything that belongs to them.
Right. Even the house that they was making fun of her. You know that they moved back into their house. But what I love about the Scots is they got hip. They stopped telling these people their business. They stopped putting their business out
Yes.
there. 'Cause even Marceau and Kimmy, I mean even Maurice and Kimmy. I don't know if you noticed in the last episode when he was saying about the office that they was going into that they was renovating. Notice how they bleeped out
Mhm.
the name. They bleeped out the name for a reason because these people are ridiculous.
Yep.
These people are
Yes.
doing deep. So they made sure to bleep out the name of his business when they
Yep.
aired
Because
that.
'Cause they'll be
And that's
calling
because these
and trying to
people are,
find that, trying to do that.
yes,
I
and
wonder
that's
why they
why
take,
they
this
bleeped
show
it.
right here so personally. Yeah, because they know these people gonna saw it, trying to dox them,
But
put it
I
all on, social
yes,
media, making
and
videos out of all
sabotage.
this stuff.
Yep,
Hmm?
and try to sabotage it.
Mm.
Well, I'll tell you this. I believe a majority of them came from Facebook. She
Yeah, I
started a secret group in Facebook. She told them, "Hey, y'all want to make money? Get on YouTube, create a channel, promote me, Dog the Scots. That's simple."
wow.
And they just
Well,
been going and they've been
we
running
gonna say
rampant.
allegedly, but that's, I don't I was
That's
watching
exactly
and that
what she said.
and
She
I
said
sat there
it
and
was
say I
good
wasn't gonna talk
live.
about
Yeah.
this no more. I said I wasn't gonna talk about this no more, but I don't see nobody, balancing it. Everything about
Right,
Mel this, putting Mel on the pedestal. So I say it does not make no sense for me trying to come out and talk about Mel because she got a lot of people that's talking about her, lifting her up. But, you don't see
right. And
nobody
that's
trying
why
to
I'm saying
be fair, everybody is
right
biased.
that balance. Yes, and that's why I appreciate you still going because as little as we are, Letitia needs it. She needs to know that not everybody is evil, unhinged cult members. You know what I mean? And a lot of people can see what's going on. A lot of people can see past Melanie's manipulation. She's very manipulative. You want to talk. And another thing that I like that Marcel said to her is about her trying to try and make his kids have a single household. Why you want my
Yes,
kids to be in a
yes.
single household? I'm not. I don't want them to be in a single household, but I just know you just don't want her to be around me because I'm strong, honey. Letitia don't want to be around you because you're an evil person that do evil things, and it ain't got nothing to do with her husband stopping her from being around you.
Wow.
It's
And
why would
and, and that's what I
Letitia
want to
be a
know.
friend
That's
with
what I want
somebody
to
that
know. Wouldn't make Melanie think that she's strong. What wouldn't make Melanie think that she's strong?
her fans, the delusion that her fans and her live in. It's all the delusion of the people that she surround herself with, which is only A kisses. If you don't kiss Melanie's butt, and if you don't thank her and make her feel like she's A1, she's the best in every out of every, you know what I'm saying? Then she
Mhm.
don't want to be bothered with you, and that's really just what it is. She don't. You notice how her and Stormy fell off. Her and Stormy fell off because she can't do so much what she did to Letitia to Stormy because Stormy was already established before she got on the show. Stormy already had a following
Mhm.
before she got on the show. Her products was already in stores. People were already familiar with her product. That's why even that campaign to try to destroy Stormy's company didn't work. She
Oh,
has a
they
lot of loyal
tried.
people that have been using her products for years.
Yeah, they tried. I
Oh, and
mean,
that's the
going
other
to
thing
the
I
to
wanted
the
to point
business.
out. I guess the secret is called right. And this is why I say she's a liar and a manipulator. Another thing I want to point out. In the beginning of the season, when her and Stormy was first having issues, she went on her platform because people was pointing out, oh well, you use Stormy for a house and business. How you going you went to Stormy to help you with business. Oh, I went to her to help me with e-commerce, but I decided to go in a different direction. Oh, you decided to go in a different direction, but here you are sitting in Marcel's face talking about that's what you do, e-commerce. So which one was it? Did you go in a different direction? Or did you just lie because you was being called out because you obviously was it was obvious that you used Stormy. So you can't say in one sentence, oh, I decided to go in a different direction, but then in the next sentence get mad at Marcel because he says he don't really believe in e-commerce. But you also claim that you wasn't doing e-commerce
Mm,
when people pointed out to you that you used Stormy.
mm. That's
And that's
horrible.
that's like a lie and a manipulator. And you gotta watch her because she thinks she real slick. Because I specifically remember her saying going on. another content creator that I don't like none of the biased content creators. She went on this other
Mhm.
content creators page talking about, oh yeah, well I went to Stormy about e-commerce and I decided not to go in that direction. But you're sitting in Marcel's face about e-commerce. So did you go in that direction or did you not go in that direction? So you didn't like the fact that you was being getting called out for using Stormy because that's exactly what you did. You used
Mhm.
Stormy. And then when you see Stormy wasn't gonna play ball the way you wanted her to play ball, you turned on Stormy too. Because at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, when Stormy's mother and her pointed out that you could have came out there and cleared up that it wasn't Stormy that taped you. Oh, I don't come out here and clear up stuff." But then the next week, you come out here and clear up the fact that your mother wasn't on the show. You was pissed about that. Then you had some random dude on your live, and you came out here begging them people to leave that man alone. So
Mhm.
either you could clear up stuff or you can't. Melanie's a liar. She's a flip flopping, lying, conniving, manipulative, narcissistic wench. Period. I'm sorry, and
Wow.
like it is what it is.
And the thing about it is that
It is
more
what it
so
is.
they messing with
People
the right one because more
lies,
so
and
couldn't
if
handle
you
more so
don't
can
pay
handle
attention,
Melanie.
it could
Trust
go
me.
over your head.
What you said? I couldn't hear you. What you said, butterfly? I think she's having audio problems again. You still there? But the thing about it, like I was saying, I was trying to tell her, I guess she's gonna come back in. She's having audio problems. One thing about Marcel couldn't handle it. I don't care if they sit there and say that Marcel crossing boundaries. He know that it's nothing good with these people. You know what they all about. They all about drama and mess. All that stuff that had happened with the Fletchers and the Scotts when they was at the restaurant, it could have just stayed there. To me, all that right there was just childish. That was high schoolish. No way in the world Nell should have ran and brought that bone back to Melanie. And Melanie, she shouldn't even blew up as she did. To me, it didn't make no sense at all. And when it comes to the reality shows, like I say, guys, this right here, this is where our people at. And I try to sit there, and whether you guys thinking that I'm being one-sided, I'm being biased, but you guys are. You guys not being fair because all that stuff that happened, it didn't have to get so out of hand where now, they trying to go into these people personal life. We like 6 seasons. How long we gonna just keep beating this dead horse? It's like to me, it's like wringing a old dirty dish rag. You gonna continue sitting there trying to go after the Scott's marriage for what? Unless you want Tisha or you want Marcel. Why? Why do they want to see this family split? Why do they want to see these people sitting there going through a divorce? And when you go through a divorce, then all the finances, everything is start coming to a dead end. Do you want somebody to go through the same thing that you went through? Divorce to me, it's like death. And not only that, it affected children. So, that's all I'm just saying. It doesn't make no sense, guys, to continue going after these people in marriage. If you need a storyline, then go ahead and talk about your life. Like I said, if Melanie said that she have her own production company, then start writing your own stories. Start getting people on where you could do your thing. But if you're not happy on that show and you don't like the people that you filming with, then separate. Or if you feel that you need a storyline, then you need to find someone that's going to give you a show. And that's why I say, if Melanie wants to continue, attaching herself to her ex-husband and still talking about it, then go ahead and add Ariane Curry on. Because as you cannot continue with this storyline and keep talking about the affairs that Marcel had and the cheating without, talking about Ariane Curry. And that's where they messed up. I think they messed up because they wanted to come together and they wanted to talk about all the stuff that Martell did. But if you're going to do it, then like I said, might as well to just add everybody in. That's exactly how I look at it. So I see my girl Butterfly, beautiful Butterfly. She was having audio problems, so she went ahead and dropped. But we done went ahead and did our hour. And like I say, this is not to beat on anybody. This is a reality show. I look at it as a show. You air it out. You are free game. And all I'm just saying, if you're going to talk about, what's going on in this show, make it fair, because if Letitia did something, I'm going to call Letitia on it, but I don't see anything that Letitia did so far. All Letitia doing is going into the events and trying to help everybody, make everybody a part of it. And this is the things that she got, where you want to go after her marriage, even if Martell said whatever he said, that does not mean that you have to hurt Letitia. Because like Martell can have, not Martell, Martha can handle his own business. But when you talk about the marriage and saying that that's why your wife should go ahead and leave you, then you talking about Letitia as well. You hurting Letitia and her family as well. So like I said, guys, to me, and that's why I came up with the title, this right here is crossing boundaries, because this is not what I call friends. I call this right here frenemies. So guys, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Thank you again, beautiful Butterfly, for coming in, trying to help the sister out. And even though, we had audio problems, but at least we went ahead and got out what we needed to get out. So guys, on that note, you all enjoy the rest of your day.